Hello everybody and welcome to another Digimon lore video. Now in the previous videos we talked about homeostasis and the diginomes, which are important because in this video we're going to talk about what homeostasis created during the period of the First Great Digital War. Now before the incursion of Witchelny and the First Great Digital War, the digital world was a paradise, and digital kind, Digimon themselves, had no need to combat one another to be able to cultivate their data. Digital kind would be able to cultivate their data through natural means by the distribution, the dissemination, and the distribution of data. This is in fact one of the reasons why in the digital world there are things like meat plants and the like. These were the forms of data that would be sustaining digital kind without the need of combating one another. But when the being that would become the first Wizardmon stole the Akashic records in the world of Witchelny and would open the portal that would connect the digital world to Witchelny, this would change the digital world forevermore. And because of this, Digimon would begin to combat one another and learn and become addicted to absorbing the data of those that they would defeat, allowing themselves a jumpstart in their cultivation of their data. And because of this, one of the first fundamental changes that homeostasis implemented within the digital world to all digital kind was creating what was known as the rebirth function. This would involve changing the fundamental data of the nesting sites of Digimon. In the digital world, the nesting sites of Digimon would be where defragmented pure data would coalesce and eventually create a new Digimon. The rebirth function was created within all digital kind to ensure that the digital world would never lose any of the foundational data required to maintain the sustainability and stability of the digital world. And because of this, all Digimon are now born with a restart point. If they sustain enough damage to their data, then they would undergo a restore, where they themselves would return to a point in which they were uncorrupted, which for Digimon is back to the Digitama stage, returning to the digital nursery. This rebirth function was essential in maintaining the digital world in its most unstable form during the First Great Digital War. And after the First Great Digital War, all digital kind would become addicted to battle, making the rebirth function all the more necessary. Now in the next video, we'll talk about the weapons that homeostasis created. Thank you so much for your time, and I do hope you enjoyed this Digimon lore video.